Hi friends, today we will be studying how to run a complete blood count and how to make a peripheral smear of that. So in this, for doing a complete blood count or to do a CBC, we have to get EDTA sample, ethylene diamate tetracycline acid anticoagulated blood sample we should get. So here we can see a pneumatic system through which the sample has been sent from the phlebotomy. So here soon after getting these, we should receive an EDTA sample for doing a CBC. So it should be labeled with patient identification like name, MR number. Then soon after receiving the sample into the laboratory, we have to generate the barcode for that, including the sample ID, laboratory sample ID, till the sample to find out whether any clots are there. A clotted sample is never supposed to be tracked. We have to reject as it reaches the laboratory itself. So next is loading the sample into the instrument. So here we are using LH750 Beckman Coulter. So first we have to make the instrument ready first. Sometimes it will be in sleeping mode and compressor will be off in LH750. So here we can see the reports in the system. So next is we have to load the sample into the rack. So there are particular racks for each instrument. So we have to load the EDTA sample into the rack facing the barcode of the stairs. So we have to load the rack into the machine. So it's an automated system. So only thing we have to do is we have to introduce the sample into the machine. It takes itself. We have to give the start count in the machine itself. So it takes the sample inside. It mixes approximately 12 to 13 times. It mixes the sample. So we can see the sample is going inside now. So before the sample reaches into the aperture, it gets mixed properly. So the result has come, we can see here. So like WBC, all those parameters, and it is showing error of giant platelets. So we should make a smear of that. So we have to see for this graph of RBC platelet, all those WBC fitted curve, all those things. Next is the scatter plot. So the scattering has done properly, because it works on the principle of scattering. So we have to see whether eosinophil, monocytes, all those things are being scattered or separated properly. So we have to make sure that here we didn't do the erratic count. So I take a printout of that result for making the difference smear. While looking at this smear, we have to compare with these counts like RBC, WBC, platelet. So here I will be showing how to make a smear. For getting a good smear, we should get a grease-free good slide, so that we should always clean it with a soft tissue paper. So always before making a smear, we should mix the sample properly. Take approximately 5 microliter of sample, approximately a drop, put it over the slide 1 centimeter away from the frosted area for getting a good smear. So I'm putting it. So take a spreader with a smooth edge, keep at 35-degree angle. Just pull that back and just make a tongue-shaped smear. It should be free of waves and tides. That is an ideal smear. Okay, I will show you. Oh, okay, good. We have got a good smear. So it looks good. It has got a tongue shape. So it's, and always another thing is never take this smear soon after making this smear. Never take that up. Always keep that in plain surface. Okay, this one for showing you, I have taken it up. Otherwise always keep it in a surface.